Welcome back to In With Denoux.
Welcome back, everybody, and Merry Christmas. As you can see, me and Jordan are all dolled up in our Christmas gear. I was just realizing before we came on how I forget how close I am to the camera, so you can't even really see my Christmas sweater. So we'll do a reveal where my Christmas sweater says, "Let's get cracking," and has the nutcracker there. Jordan, what you got on, bro?
I got on the Grinch, so I don't
Let's
like
go.
Christmas.
Classic. Yeah, and I figured before the episode I had on a regular hat, and I was like, I should probably grab my little Christmas hat going on and make it a little bit more festive. So, anyways, Merry Christmas, everyone. Christmas is in about a week, a little over a week here. And we thought we would jump on and just do a fun Christmas episode with you all. So as you guys gear up for the holidays and are getting your last minute gifts and hopefully have some time off work, some time off school, whatever it is, whatever aspect of life you're in, that you can stop off and have some fun with us. Just to let you know, and we're kind of just going to start off the episode talking about some fun things we did for Christmas growing up. And then we're going to do a few Christmas games, or I'm going to ask Jordan some questions. He'll answer a few different games. And then we're going to talk about our favorite Christmas movies towards the end. So once we get to the game aspect of this, feel free to play along, whether you're riding in the car, you want to throw your answers out. If you're with some friends, play along with us, and hopefully you guys enjoy the episode. So as we get going, Jordan, what are some fun things you did growing up? What were some things you did every year as a family or just yourself during the Christmas holidays that you look fondly on or maybe still even do now?
Yeah, man, it's a fun season, right? Like,
Mm-hmm.
it's the cheesy answer is it's the most wonderful time of the year. But man, there's so many dope things that my family and I used to do. We always had a real tree. I only had a real tree growing up. I never had a fake one.
Mm-hmm.
So my dad usually will just go to like Walmart or a tree farm and just like pick one out and then just bring it home. And that's evolved to now where since living up north, we go to you cut tree farms and we cut it
Oh, wow.
directly. So we'll go out to like a farm out here and watch it. We used to do this in New York, but we'll just go to a farm and they give you like a saw and then you can just go pick one out and cut one.
That's fun.
So yeah, it's dope, and we make a whole event out of it. Like we like we get that, and then we do all our Christmas decorating on that day. We usually do it Black Friday,
That's what's up.
as opposed to like waiting in line at 3 a.m. for gifts and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, like we did that. My dad was the one who always set up the lights around the house, and so he'd be on the roof. He would be in the bushes. Like usually sets up a nice thing. It's nothing too crazy, but it was enough to just be like, oh man, I'm looking forward to seeing the lights outside my window.
Yeah.
Leading to Christmas. So I've tried to take that on of like setting up lights. We sometimes set up lights in the house, but we mostly have it
Mm-hmm.
outside the house. It's another thing. Big thing probably for me is I'm a kid that grew up with TV, man. So like a
Yeah.
lot of these shows I love watching growing up, like had like all the best Christmas specials. I'm talking like
Mm-hmm.
Jimmy Neutron. I'm talking SpongeBob SquarePants. I'm talking Rugrats. I'm talking. I mean, even outside of the cartoons, but some of the sitcoms, like Fresh Prince had a Christmas special. Like every
Mm-hmm.
show would have like a Christmas special. You know, I love watching those. I mean, The Office, as I got into high school, had Christmas specials.
Yeah.
Parks and Rec. Like I really love when they do like a Christmas episode, and I'll sometimes even replay them those episodes like around the holiday just to kind of see if like John will get into it
Yeah.
or just to kind of get that nostalgia kick back. But the Christmas
Yeah.
specials was dope.
Yeah.
I'm a sucker for them. They're cheesy. They're always usually cheesy. Like they always got something. There's a TikToker, I can't remember his name, but he does like acting of like a Christmas special of like on
Mm-hmm.
Disney.
Yeah.
How
Yeah.
like people it's like, oh my gosh, I got a bad grade on the test. It's like, ho ho. Like they'll do
Yeah, yeah.
stuff like that.
Cheesy lines.
Cheesy lines, and I'm just like, yes, give me all of that. Give me all of that on these days. One thing I didn't do though growing up was I wasn't a big fan of like the Hallmark stuff. I was like, nah, that's
Yeah.
I have lines when it comes to cheesy. But then Emily, she loved watching that with her dad. So that was a big thing
Mm,
that they bonded. So I'm like,
got you.
okay, there's a sentiment. So I started watching them, and now I'm like, now we actually look forward to watching Hallmark stuff. I was like, man, how many times do I gotta learn about a big city woman coming back to a hometown and and falling in love with the dude that owns the inn or a dude
Yeah,
that's trying to save the Christmas festival, right? Like,
yeah.
how many times? And yeah, I'm like glued. I'm like, oh, will they find love? Like, I'm
That's so
just like,
funny. That's so funny.
it's so ridiculous. It's ridiculous, but I'm here for it, man. Like, um, yeah. So, yeah, I love those things. Another thing I would do, and my parents definitely knew about this. I'm pretty sure they knew, but would be finding out my gift before
Mm,
Christmas. That
you
was
were one of
another thing that
those.
I was, man. Well, so here's what got me. So I remember, I think it was 1999. I had asked for an N64,
Uh-huh.
Nintendo 64, and so like I really wanted one. It was one of the hottest. Like, it came out in '96, but it was still like one of the hottest gaming systems of the time. And you had like GoldenEye, you had Smash Brothers, you had all these different games that were really iconic. So I asked for one, and like I saw a box that was very long that was addressed to Jordan, and I'm like, okay, like what's this? So every day I would peel a piece of the corner just to see what it every single day, and I got to a point where I was like, oh my gosh, I think it's the N64. And thankfully my parents didn't challenge me on it because I would have felt
Yeah.
so shameful. I would have felt so bad. Because then
My
Christmas Day,
gosh.
I rip open everything else, and then I see, I'm like, oh, it's the N64. Like, I'm so happy. But I definitely was like, I should have been gangster and really just ripped the whole thing, and
I
then like
was
try.
gonna say, I'm mad you did a little piece every day.
That's really what I should have done. Like I was definitely the scared one of just like, oh no, if I rip it open, they do it, they gonna take it back, right? Like parents probably would take it back just to prove a point, but maybe mine wouldn't.
This man did
Another
the Andy Dufresne version of a little kid on Christmas, a little piece at a time.
I another example was it has to do with video games. I'm noticing a lot of my stuff is around video games, but this was like in 0304. I asked for an Xbox,
Hmm.
and that was the one thing I really wanted. Like I didn't care if I got anything else. I was like, the one thing I really want is Xbox. So one day, this is like 2 weeks before Christmas, I'm chilling in my parents' bedroom. I wasn't genuinely looking for a gift. I was like, I just like being in their room. I like watching TV in their room and stuff like that. But then I dropped the like remote and it fell under the bed. So I went
Hmm.
down to get it. And I lifted up the skirt of the bed and I saw the Xbox.
Mm.
So I was like, oh shoot. And I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, oh man, what am I gonna do? Like, and I'm pretty sure my parents knew that I would find it. Like I'm
Hmm.
because it wasn't like it was out in the open, it was unwrapped. And it's 2 weeks before Christmas. So I'm thinking to myself, I was like, I cannot let them know that I found this.
Yeah.
And probably should have let them know that I've been in their room.
Yeah.
Christmas Day comes around. Christmas Day comes around. I don't see the Xbox. So this is how my parents got me. Christmas Day comes around. I don't see the Xbox, and I'm like, oh no, I thought I got one. And then my mom was like, "What do you mean?" And I'm thinking like, I just really wanted it. I almost said like, "Oh, I saw it. I knew I had one. I saw
Mm.
it," and I blew it up. but thankfully I didn't. But I'm pretty sure they suspected. I was like, he knows
Yeah.
that we got him an Xbox because we didn't hide it. We didn't hide it very well.
Yeah.
But it was
That's
definitely, but
funny.
and they brought it out later that day, that morning. But I was feeling bad. I'm like, I thought I had an Xbox. They're like, what you mean?
Trying to get you to confess.
Yeah, they were, and I'll own up.
Yeah.
Parents know a lot. Like we think we're hiding stuff as kids. Like we think like, oh yeah, we're good. Like no. They know.
Yeah.
They not oblivious. They just if our parents really wanted to shame us, they would show us all the things that we try to hide in secret.
Yes. Yes. Absolutely. Absolutely. That's what's up, man. Yeah, it's kind of funny because I feel like we didn't have specific, like super specific Christmas traditions.
Mm.
We have like a few, like we would always, usually almost every year, we would get our Christmas tree like the day after Thanksgiving
Mhm.
on Black Friday and then like decorate it and stuff all together. We would do that. But after that, it was kind of just like there's certainly things we did every year, but it wasn't like we have to do this every single year. Like obviously all the Christmas movies and things like that, and we'd usually watch some of the Christmas specials like you were talking about, like sometimes more of the like cliche ones, you know, like Rudolph or Frosty the Snowman or
Yeah,
whatever, just kind of like the
Grinch.
nostalgic.
Yeah.
Yeah, Grinch. Um and then something else we would, I guess you would consider a tradition is we would usually open like one gift like on Christmas Eve and then like open everything else up Christmas Day. So I do remember one Christmas Eve, like I opened a present and it was like the batteries for like something else, you know? And so I was like, can I open another one? You know, like I only got the batteries. Like I happened to pick out the batteries for, I don't even remember what the actual gift was, but it was like batteries for something else or whatever. So that was kind of a bummer. But I don't ever remember anything like finding out like that I got a gift before I got one. I do remember, I feel like sometimes I remember this incorrectly. I'll have to like fact check this for my parents, but I remember, so I'd never had a gaming system like growing up when I was young. And I would
Mm.
always like, um, one of my best friends, like before we moved to South Florida, when we lived in Sarasota, my best friend lived in Tampa. And when we moved to South Florida, he lived in Miami and I lived in Fort Lauderdale. And so when we would visit them up in Tampa, when I lived in Sarasota, they had a what was it? A Super Nintendo, and we used
Mhm.
to settle all of our arguments on Sonic the Hedgehog. So we would race, and whoever won the race and Sonic the Hedgehog like got their way in whatever we were like arguing about. So, anyways, I never had a gaming system growing up. Then when I moved to South Florida, Justin Schoaf had PlayStation, I think, and so I would play it at his house, but I just never had one at my house. And
Mm.
so when I was in high school, I had asked at some point, not even for Christmas, just in general, if I could get a PlayStation. I think a PlayStation 2. It was when PlayStation 2 first came out. And if I remember correctly, I feel like I remember my parents saying like, "We'll get you one, but you have to pay for half of it," kind of thing. So I like saved up money, whatever, whatever. And then they ended up getting it for me for Christmas. And I think I didn't have to pay for half of it. I think they just got me one for Christmas.
Mm.
And like a year, maybe like 6 months to a year, maybe a little longer later, like our house got broken into and my PlayStation got stolen. So I
Ah.
didn't even have it that long. But I remember it being like a running joke because like there was this pawn shop. So like near my high school, me and like my teammates from the basketball team, sometimes we would walk to this shopping center if we were at school for the afternoon waiting on a game or whatever. We would walk to this shopping center where there was like a Subway, a couple other places, and we'd get food. And there was a pawn shop in there. And I remember every time I would see like like a PlayStation 2 in the window, and I was like, I bet that's my PlayStation. Every time I bet that's my PlayStation kind of thing. But it was just yeah, it was just kind of ironic. But yeah, and then we would as adults now, I feel like something that's become tradition. Me and my sister, if we're together in the holiday season, then we'll watch through all the Christmas Frasier episodes, or just like other shows too. Like we'll watch the Christmas episodes, but mainly Frasier. We'll just go and watch all the Christmas ones. I think there's like 8 Christmas episodes or 9 Christmas episodes. I think there's a couple
Yeah.
seasons that don't have them.
I was gonna say
So
it's almost like I think like one per season. Like
Yeah,
with Frasier, there are some that don't have any, but there's
yeah,
it's pretty cool that they have one just about every season.
yeah. And some of the Christmas episodes are like my favorite episodes in the whole show. Like Merry Christmas, Mrs. Moskowitz, where they pretend to be Jewish, which is
Yeah,
hilarious. And then the perspectives on Christmas, where they're all seeing, like, they're showing each perspective of all the characters, and you're getting,
yeah,
yeah.
massage.
So,
Yep.
yeah, exactly, during the massage. So, if y'all aren't Frasier fans, check out those two episodes
Or
are
the
hilarious.
Christmas Day parade where Frasier's hosting with Miss Mary.
Yeah, yeah, Christmas with Mary. Yeah, yeah, that one's so good. That's good banter. The Christmas episodes are so good. But anyways,
Yeah.
as we alienate our audience who don't watch Frasier, most likely.
No,
Okay,
they need
so
to. Y'all need to. I
they
don't
need
care.
to.
Y'all need to watch.
They definitely need to. It's so funny.
Here's
Okay,
a
all right, you're
sidebar.
at.
Here's a sidebar.
Yeah, go for it.
Sidebar connecting. I was asking a friend. There was another dude from church. He's black too, and I was like, "Hey man, I heard someone had told me that his favorite show was Golden Girls," and I was like, "Nah." And so I went up to her. I was like, "Someone told me your favorite show is Golden Girls." He's like, "Jordan, I've seen every episode."
Wow,
Multiple times. And I was like,
that's funny.
and then I confessed and that's when I confessed. I was like, hey man, Frasier's my vice. Like I watch Frasier like I've seen it multiple times. So we laughed. But I hear so another thing is like maybe we just like old shows. But I heard that might be my next watch. I heard Golden Girls is pretty funny. So
Yeah, yeah. Well, we'll have to do another episode on TV shows because, bro, Welcome to Derry.
yeah, you did tell me that was pretty.
Bro, it might crack into my top 5 if we had redone our top 5 shows
Oh
again.
snap! Okay,
Dude, my goodness, so good. And they just did the season 1 finale on Sunday. Man, that show. Like, I was surprised. So my sister and her husband have been watching it, and she texted me yesterday and was like, I think this might be one of my favorite shows of all time. I was like for her, like for a horror show too. But it's just
yeah.
like, it's horror, but the storyline, dude. My goodness, it's so good. Anyways, I'll get off on a tangent on that, and then we'll get away from Christmas. Okay, you ready for these games?
Yeah, let's go. Let's go.
Okay, so
I think I'm ready.
For our listening audience, the first game. So we're gonna do 2 games, and just how it worked because I put them together. I'm gonna be asking, and Jordan's gonna be answering. But if you'd like to play along in your car or with your family, or if you're in your, listening while you're going to sleep, just answer aloud, have some fun. So the first game is going to be, I'm going to be reading off these different Christmas traditions, and some of them are real and some of them are fake. And so I'm going to read out the tradition, and then Jordan is going to say if he thinks it's real or thinks it's fake. And for the ones that are real, I also have like where the origin comes from, what country kind of made it popular or just does it. And then obviously the fake ones don't have origin. So so we have
No
like
Google.
we have like no googling. So there's like 20 or 30 here, so we'll just kind of work our way through them. So okay, first one. I guess I should just delete them as I go so I don't reread. Okay. A giant goat made of straw is placed in town squares. Is this a real tradition or a fake tradition?
Man, I've watched that sounds like something from a show, but I'm gonna go with real. I'm gonna go with real tradition.
Okay, it is real. I need like a sound effect. Ding 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 ding. It is
I was
real.
like, it's not like something I've seen in the show, like Trojan Horse and stuff like that. But I'm like,
Yes, it is a real tradition, and it was made popular, or I've never seen it anywhere else, so maybe it's still just done in Sweden. So it is real, and it is done in Sweden. Okay, next one. This one, well, a pickle ornament is hidden in the Christmas tree, and whoever finds it gets an extra gift.
a pickled ornament. That sounds like something. What people like pickling stuff? Germans like with the sauerkraut. That sounds like something they would do, right? Like I'm gonna go up real as well. That sounds like a real thing.
That is impressive because it is real and it was made popular from Germany. So you even got the country. That's like a bonus point, bro. So if you ever want to try to guess the country, go for it. I didn't even think to say that because I was like, there's no way he's gonna know what country of origin it came from. But you totally got that.
Well, when you
So
said pickled, I was like, no, the only thing I can think of is like the sauerkraut, and I'm like,
yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah.
He's like, maybe I might hit with this one. I may hit with it.
Yeah, and it's just a pickle ornament, not like an actual like pickle. But I started to say but I was like, that will give it away. I'm not gonna say that. Before I read it, is I was like, this might be an easy one because I actually learned about this a few years ago. But when I learned it, everybody was like, "You've never heard of this? It's like a normal thing." And the reason being is, so this is when I was on staff in Broward. I think it was my first or second year in Broward. We had like a gift exchange and I can't remember if it was a part of the gift that I got or if they got given out to everyone, but it was a pickle ornament. And I hate pickles. But it was a cool looking ornament though. And I ended up during December, I hung it on my car from my rear view mirror. But
Mm.
I was like, what's the deal with this pickle ornament? And they were like, oh, you've never heard of, and it was actually Christy Colson, her husband, Christy Carlo now, and Jason Carlo
Mm.
was telling, it was my family group actually. It wasn't with the staff. And he was like, you've never heard of the pickle tradition? I was like, no. And he told me this, like you hide a pickle because it's green and the tree is green. You like hide the pickle ornament in the tree somewhere. And then whoever finds it gets an extra gift, or whatever. So
Interesting.
yeah, yeah. That one's real.
Like, I'm just cracking up of like, you never heard of this? Where will I have heard of this?
Exactly. Yeah, I was but he was
like,
but everybody knew, like most everyone there knew, and I was like, I've never heard of this. So okay,
that's
all
funny.
right. Okay, next one here. Christmas trees are decorated with live spiders for good luck.
No, that sounds fake. I'm sorry. And I just maybe my immediate reaction was to I don't like spiders, but then decorated with them. I'm like, nah.
Okay, yeah, this one is made up. However, it says there are spiderweb ornaments that are real in the Ukraine. That's like a tradition in the Ukraine. I don't really know why. But it's funny because
Okay.
when I first cuz I didn't actually make up the made up ones. I like looked up some for made up ones.
Mhm.
And when I read this one, I was like, this sounds like someone got a tree and there was spiders in the tree and they were like, "Oh, that's for good luck," cuz they didn't want to admit that there were spiders all over their tree. That's what that felt like. Felt like an excuse.
I'm more of like that's a tree that we're burning. Like I'm not that's not coming
Yeah.
into the house.
Bye.
I'm not introducing more spiders into my house. Like that's not not a thing.
Okay, so that was fake. All right, you're 3 for 3, so you're doing really well. Okay, here we go. Number 4. People roller skate to church on Christmas Eve.
Ooh, that sounds fake. I've never heard of that.
Going fake?
Yeah, I'm going fake.
This one is real. So the first one you've gotten
What?
wrong. Yeah, people roller.
What?
This sounds dope, right? And so
That
this
does
is
sound dope. I
real.
just never heard of it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's in Venezuela, and more specifically in the city of Caracas.
Okay.
So that sounds fun. Roller
That
skating to
sounds
church
fun.
on Christmas
That's a
Eve.
dope tradition. It makes you
Yeah.
think of, you know what it makes it makes you think of the opening sequence of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. You got these
Mm,
6 teams rollerblading through the
yeah.
city. I'm like,
Yep.
that's dope. So I'm like, that's dope.
That's a fun tradition. I'm curious, like how, like, if it's everyone that's churchgoers, because then there's just a ton of people just roller skating on Christmas Eve, which is so random. So I'm curious if
Yeah.
that's like, and I'm wondering if they still do it or if this is like an older tradition, that's kind of like gone by the wayside, which would be sad.
Oh man, I hope they still do it because that sounds.
Okay, number 5. Jordan has gotten 3 correct and 1 wrong. I'll probably forget at some point, so don't bank on me knowing
3
how
for 1.
many.
I'm 3 for 4. All right. I'm
Yes.
75% right.
Yes. All right. A man dressed as Santa Claus climbs balconies instead of using chimneys.
Climbed balconies instead of using chimneys. Sounds like somebody that would do that in metro areas, like places where there's like a lot of apartments or a lot of buildings.
Yeah,
I'm gonna say false.
correct. This one's made up. This one's made up. This sounds like someone trying to break an inner. That's what it sounds like.
Climbing mountains.
I'm Santa. I'm Santa.
I'm Santa.
I was delivering this stuff.
Let me in. It's just like, hey. Oh, that's funny. Imagine just seeing the Santa like Spider-Man just in downtown, just like, come on.
I didn't steal this stuff. I'm delivering it. Okay.
Yeah.
So Jordan is now 4 for 5. Doing very well. Okay. Number 6. Children leave carrots for Santa's reindeer on the roof.
That sounds true. And I can understand. If it's not true, I still understand the logic behind it.
Okay. It is real. Do you want to guess? Take a shot at the country.
My suspicion: children leaving carrots on the roof for Santa. Let's just go with one of Norway or Sweden. I'll say Norway.
Bro, randomly. How are you doing this? It's Norway. That's so ridiculous. As soon as you started going down the path,
I promise you, I'm not Googling. I legit was like, Norway. It sounds like I don't know why it sounds Nordic.
Yeah.
Yes, it does sound Scandinavian. Yeah, that's what it was. I was like, what's the name of it? It's not Slavic. I'm like, what's the name? So yeah, it does sound like Scandinavian. So I'm gonna go. Yeah, it was one of those two.
That's amazing. I'm impressed. That is crazy. I was like, is he about to get this right again?
You know what's random though? Seattle does have a large Scandinavian population.
Interesting.
Like randomly, like in downtown area, like there's an entire like enclave. There's even a Nordic museum that you can go to.
Wow.
That's but it's crazy because I don't interact in that community. Like I got a friend who's like but other than that, I'm like I don't really interact that much. So it's funny that I'm like, how did I guess that? And why did I guess that?
They're channeling it into you.
You know what? Norway, North Pole. Like I'm just that's how.
That is super impressive, bro. I'm very surprised. Okay, let's see here. I forget what number we're on, but Jordan's only got one wrong so far.
Number 7, I think. Yeah, I think I'm 5 for 6.
I think you're 5 for 6 as well. Okay. People throw shoes at their doors to predict good fortune in the new year.
True.
Is false.
Darn, that sounds like a good thing. Just imagine.
I should have told you it was true and let you do it for real. Yeah, let's throw our shoes at the door.
I'm like, hey, just do it.
That would have been an American thing if it was real. Throwing your shoes at the door. Good luck.
You know what's funny? Because people throw their shoes at kids, right? Like when they try to discipline them. So, that'd be a heck of a way to teach your child. Like this is good luck. Like just throwing them a shoe or something.
Oh, okay. So you are now 5 for 7. 5 for 7. Still doing well.
7.
Okay, next one. Families eat fried chicken as their Christmas Day meal.
This sounds black. This sounds. When you said it, I was just like, why? I don't know how I feel about it. That's objectively speaking, that's true, but I can also, if it's not a widespread tradition, I would say true.
It is true. Any guess of the country of origin? I'll give you a hint. It's not what you would think.
It's true, but it's not. Okay. Fried chicken. What would be a good place for fried chicken? I feel like it might be somewhere in Latin America. I'm probably wrong. I'll just say Venezuela.
It is Japan. And it said thanks to KFC in parentheses.
You know what's crazy? So we went to Japan last year around this time. They were eating I was there. They were eating fried chicken around this time.
Yeah.
What I went to a KFC and there was a lot of people there. So I'm especially dumb.
Bro, lean on the fact that you got Norway and you got Sweden. So
Yeah, that's crazy. That's
those are
crazy.
impressive. This one was a lot more random. So I was like, if he gets this one, I'm almost gonna be upset if he got that one. Because that one was so random. I was like, Japan, that's so random. Okay.
I'll be honest, that chicken over there, man, so good. Just all
I've
their
always
food
been
good, man.
curious just like if it's better over there.
They're really good at imitating,
Hmm.
and they do it better.
Yeah.
They like if they do KFC over there, like it's better there than it is here.
I would venture to guess that it's probably like at restaurants like that, like a fast food place like KFC, it's better over there, but probably not as good as like down south, like fried chicken. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
real
Yeah,
deal,
no,
like fried chicken.
yeah. You'd have to find like probably like a hole in the wall or a mom and pop
Yeah.
like shop out there to try to get something that's better than something in the South here.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
For sure. Okay. So Jordan is now, I think, 6 for 8.
75.
Okay. Yes. Okay. People beat pinatas shaped like stars during Christmas celebrations.
Pinata shaped. I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna say false.
It is true. You want to guess what country?
Well, pinata. I'll be lazy and say Mexico. I'll be lazy with
It
this
is.
one.
It's Mexico.
Okay.
This one makes a little bit more sense why, because I think, I mean, I don't know, maybe it's like not, maybe that's like a stereotype thing, but I think they really were started in Mexico, pinatas.
Well, let me check because now I'm like now you got me curious. Now this is the only time I'm using Google. Let me see.
Because who knows, maybe it's an American thing. But if the tradition is
Actually, it's Filipino. So yeah, that was racist of me. I was racist of me. I said
Filipino,
lazy, but
wow,
yeah, that was me being racist. I was like,
yeah, that's interesting.
yeah, but the Philippines were colonized by the Spanish, so I
Okay,
could see that being. I can see how it became a tradition over there and started there. Yeah.
got you. And I will say, as I read these, like, I should have fact checked all of these, but there's like 30 of them, so I just pulled these questions from a site. So if any of them are wrong, I'm sorry, and you can correct me in the comments. Okay, next one. Okay, families visit cemeteries on Christmas to celebrate with their loved ones who have passed.
That sounds true. I'm gonna go true.
That is true. That would actually be kind of jacked up if they made that one false, like just made that one up. It's like, nope, they don't. They don't.
Yo, can you imagine? Like, families, nah, we just gonna let them stay in the ground. You know what I'm saying? Nah, we got.
Any guess to which country?
Well, I don't think it's Well, I know. Well, no, that's in August, so I won't say. I was gonna say Japan, but I'm not gonna say them. I'm gonna go with uh, I do want to go with an Asian country though. I'll say, but I'll just be random with this one. I'm gonna say Indonesia.
You're close. It's the Philippines.
You know what? Crazy. I was just about to say Philippines. I was like Philippines or Indonesia.
I literally chose this one. The reason it took me a second to say the next one is because I knew that there was one that was in the Philippines, and you had just looked up that pinatas were started in the Philippines. So I was like, let me read the one that's from the Philippines. He'll never guess the Philippines.
That's funny.
So that
I was
one's
thinking,
true.
I'm gonna go. I was like, I'm gonna go Asia, but I'm gonna be random with this one. Yeah.
Okay, we'll do a handful more here, and then we'll move to the next game because we're at like 35 minutes. Unless you just want to keep going more, then we can.
No, no. I mean, I'm open wherever. We
Okay,
got a lot of Christmas stuff.
we could rapid fire these two now. Okay, Santa arrives on a camel instead of a reindeer.
Ooh, I've never heard this tradition, but that doesn't mean it's not true. I'm gonna stick with I'm gonna say false.
It is false. It is false. When I read this one too, I was just like, Santa arrives on a candle instead of reindeer. It's like that's like, is the lore different? Because I'm like fake Santas don't come on reindeers either. You know what I mean? So I was like, is this like a lore? Okay, so that one's fake.
But
You are
what's the
correct.
purpose behind?
Okay. Um. Okay. People decorate Christmas trees with candles instead of lights, which sounds
False.
dangerous.
That sounds absolutely dangerous.
It is real. It is real. Yes. It says traditionally practiced in parts of Europe, but it says now it's mostly symbolic, which probably means they have like fake candles, so obviously they don't burn up the tree.
That will make
That'd be
sense.
my
Yeah,
guess.
because you can get fake lights. I mean, we put lights on the trees, right? So
Yeah.
like you can find a way to encapsulate it. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Children write letters asking baby Jesus, not Santa, for presents.
Ooh, that's true. I'll go true.
It is true. And I won't ask you for a country because it just says it's in parts of Latin America, not a specific country.
Ah.
Which honestly kind of makes sense because most countries in Latin America are very Catholic. So I could see them not wanting to, like, very traditional Catholic. So like I could see them not wanting to like ask Santa for stuff or whatever. So that one kind of makes sense. Okay. Next one. Are you a 10 for 12 now? Is that what it is? Or 11 for
Oh,
13? I think
one
you're
of
10
those
for
two.
12. Okay.
I'm like one of them.
Okay. Families eat 12 grapes at midnight on Christmas to bring luck.
12 grapes. I'm gonna say false.
So it is false. However, it actually is a tradition in Spain on New Year's.
Okay, so it's not on Christmas. I was just
Yeah.
thinking to myself, I'm like, that seems too ritualistic, like for some people. Like, I'm like 12 grapes.
Yeah. I guess a grape for each month in the new year. I don't know.
Yeah, that does make sense though, as opposed to like the 12 days of Christmas kind of
Yeah.
tradition.
Okay. A demon Santa punishes misbehaving children by carrying them away in a sack.
That sounds like a funny story and terrifying one. It makes me think of what's that character Dwight had, Belschnickel. Is that who it is?
That's exactly why I was laughing.
I'm gonna say false. And the reason I say false is because I don't think that's the name of. I don't think it's a demon Santa. But so that's my thought. False.
It is real, and it's. Or do you want to guess the countries? There's two countries. There's two countries.
Okay. Demon Santa taking with his demon. Oh man. Um. Yeah. Nah. Russia. I'll say Russia.
It's Austria and Germany. I gotta
Man,
fact
I'm
check that one.
terrible.
That one
You know
sounds
what's so
crazy.
funny? I had a thought about saying Austria. I legit was like, I want to say Austria. I felt like I already used Germany. I don't want to say Germany.
You think this is what they
I should
based?
really just trust that all. I should really just trust that all the Christmas traditions come from Germany. If I'm being really, I should really start leaning on Germany as like my first choice.
Yeah, man. That I wonder if that's what they inspired, like that thing that Dwight does in The Office. Belschnickel. Belschnickel's
I,
here. Impish.
I think I have heard that Belschnickel is a thing of their folklore. Like,
Maybe it's the equivalent in Austria and Germany.
yeah, but it's a gift. Okay, so Belschnickel is a crotchety, fur-clad Christmas gift bringer. I just like that description.
Crotchety. Crotchety.
Love that. That is awesome.
I wonder if that's how they got the Grinch. Like they morphed that into the Grinch. like just someone who hates Christmas.
Mm, yeah, yeah.
Could you just look up if this one is like fact check this one? A demon Santa punishes misbehaving children by carrying them away in a sack in Austria and Germany.
Oh, yeah. Oh, so
I'm
yeah,
just
yeah,
curious now.
that's Krampus.
Yeah, Krampus.
Yeah.
Okay, so it says Krampus in parentheses, but it had it next to Germany. So I was like, why is it next to Germany? So I thought maybe it meant something like different. I don't know. But yeah, it says Krampus here. So okay, that
Yeah.
makes me a little bit more confident in this list now that I know it's true. Because I was like, probably should have fact checked all these. I just didn't really have the time.
I so I never knew what Krampus was. Like I've heard the name. And I
Hmm.
knew he was a scary figure in folklore, but I was like, I never heard him referred to as a demon Santa. So now I'm like, oh, okay, that's good to know.
Yeah. Okay, here we go. Christmas is celebrated with a candlelit procession at 4 a.m. for 9 straight days.
Ooh, I'm gonna go false.
It's real. Would you like to guess
Wow.
what country? I know that sounds
Uh,
tedious.
Italy.
Colombia.
Wow.
Yeah. Man, that's like that
9
doesn't
straight at
doesn't
4 AM. I mean, power to you.
yeah.
Blessed is our Savior.
Yeah. That's probably why they do it too. It's probably a religious thing, which
Oh,
that
yeah.
makes it like more understandable because I'm like, why are you going to get up at 4 a.m.? Like, that's crazy. Okay. Okay. Children must whisper their Christmas wishes into a bell so Santa can hear them.
Into a bell. I'm gonna say false.
You're correct. That one is false. That one is
Okay.
false. Yes.
Otherwise, I'm like, why are we take Santa to the mall? Why are we going to Santa at the mall? Why are we going? Why are we writing these lists? I think parents just don't want to give their kids gifts, so they just say
Yeah.
whisper it into the bell.
Here's a
Here,
bell. Whisper it in here.
maybe Santa will hear you. That's so mean.
But don't ring it afterward.
If you ring it, it won't come true.
Sound
Oh
like a
man, that's
parental
funny.
trick.
That's
Okay.
funny.
All right. Two more here. Families eat a 12-course meal on Christmas Eve to represent the apostles.
Ooh, I'm gonna say true.
You're right. That is true. Any guess to which country? If you get this
I
one,
I feel like it would be a Latin American country. Either Latin America or well, it's not a big thing to say if it's Latin America or Europe because I feel like
yeah.
neither one of those like really our Christmas traditions are
Yeah.
gonna be pretty heavily concentrated. But I'm gonna guess. Oh man,
You want me to give you
12,
it? You want me to give you what
12.
continent it's in?
Yeah, I'll take a hint.
Okay. It's in Europe.
It's in Europe. Okay, 12 course, 12 apostles. I'm gonna say Greece.
It's Poland.
Oh,
Poland.
okay, okay.
Yeah, that's why I was like, if you get this one, and the reason is kind of like Poland, I think is majority Jewish, no, or
I don't think
heavy.
it's majority Jewish.
Okay,
I actually don't know if it has a pretty. I don't know if has a large Jewish. I'd have to check.
honestly, I
Yeah, I'd have
only
to,
am basing
yeah.
that off of like World War II things. I just know they had a lot of
I see.
concentration camps in
Yeah,
Poland.
they did. They did have a lot of. They obviously a lot of not resident concentration camp, death camps and stuff like that in Poland. But um, that was I think that was largely put there against the government's wishes and stuff.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, yeah. I don't think it has a large Jewish population.
got you. Okay,
I
that
yeah.
makes sense then. Poland. Okay, we'll do one more here. Let's find a good one. Okay, here we go. Last one. Children must walk backwards around the Christmas tree before opening up presents.
Man, I I'm gonna tell you right now, this is true. I'd be so tight with my parents. I'm gonna say false. I'd be so angry.
Yeah, that one's false. That one's false.
That's just that would make me so mad. Can you imagine? Hey, before you open your pants, walk backwards around the street. Do that 10 times.
Oh my gosh. Okay, and I'll read off
I'm
just
like,
because
don't
I
give me
had done.
gifts.
I thought I had done all the real ones. I have one real one, then a bunch of fake ones left. So I was like, we'll just end it here. But the one real one I missed is I already said this one's real. But a witch delivers gifts to children instead of Santa, which is crazy. What country do you think that would be from?
A witch delivers gifts to Santa.
I'll give you another hint. This
United
one's also in Europe. Oh my
I was
gosh.
in
Yeah.
In Europe, a witch. Which country has like a lot of a witch?
And you guessed this country at some point.
I did guess this country. So Russia,
Italy.
Italy. Okay,
Italy.
okay.
Yes, yes, yes.
Well, yeah,
All
because
right.
Russia's not technically it's Eurasia.
So that is the tradition game. Jordan did really well. I think you only missed like 4 or 5 out of all those, which
I'll
is really
take it.
good.
Listen,
Yeah.
listen. I'll take that.
It was
That's a
actually
good
kind of
batting
fun
average.
just looking up the different traditions. I'm sure there's a lot more too.
Yeah,
But
definitely.
okay, so do you want to jump into movies now or do you want to do the trivia and then do movies?
Ooh, I'm you know, I got some movies to talk about, yeah, or
Cool.
some
Let's
movies
do it.
that I'm not interested in. So yeah, let's do
Now, do
movies.
you want to rank them or you want to just talk through some of your favorite movies? It's kind of
Oh
hard to rank
man,
Christmas movies, honestly.
it's hard to rate Christmas movies because I feel like I don't know about you, but for me, some of these movies, like, there's obviously the things that you like growing up, but then as I'm getting older, there are movies that I appreciate more that I'm like, man, I really watched that, and I don't even watch
Yeah.
some of these other that I grew up watching. Um,
Yep.
so like I look at my list, my top 5 right now, and I'm like, wow, I only watched one of these growing up.
Yeah. Oh, you did? You have a top 5?
Yeah, like right now I have a top
Okay.
5. Yeah, yeah.
Why don't you run
I'll
through
go
it?
with my number 5 right now is Polar Express,
Okay.
and
I'm going to watch
I
that
didn't
one this year. I've never seen it.
yeah, I enjoy it. I like it a lot, and that was something I first saw in college, actually.
Mm,
We were at the Summers house, and they watch Polar Express every Christmas.
nice.
They eat together, and they'll watch Polar Express. And I watched it, I was like, "Yo, this movie dope." Like, so I just
Yeah.
kept I just, like, every, Christmas, I try to, like, have it on. It's good for background, but it's also just a fun story to follow, with this boy. So I didn't like and Tom Hanks is great, as a voice actor in it, but I just I was really impressed. I was like, "Why didn't I watch this when it first came out?" I don't know why. So that's my number
Nice.
4. I mean 5. My 4th is a new movie that came out, like, recently, and it's a Prime Video. It's on Amazon Prime. It's a romantic comedy about
Mhm.
Christmas, so it's, and it's, it's Amazon, but it's called, Something from Tiffany's.
Okay.
And it's pretty cool. Like I like it. It's a story of like this baker. She lives in New York, and she's in a long term relationship with this dude who won't commit. And a writer comes into town, and he is engaged, um, and and it's based in New York. But they happen to meet because they were both at the girlfriend's boyfriend, the woman's boyfriend, the baker's boyfriend, was at Tiffany's buying earrings for his girlfriend, and the writer was at Tiffany's buying an engagement ring for his fiance, and
Mm,
so they bump into each other. They get into a car accident. Actually, like he gets hit by a car, and they switch boxes, and so
got you.
how they meet. Is the boyfriend gives the engagement ring to his girlfriend, and she thinks they're getting engaged, even though he has trouble committing. While the the writer gives the earrings to his fiance, thinking that,
Mm,
and the fiance like, I thought we were getting married. It's like I thought so too. Hold up, I gotta find out. So they
got
track
you.
down each other. The writer ends up falling in love with the baker, and it's a cool. I like it. It's funny. It's witty.
Yeah.
I'm trying. Have you the actress that's in it, the baker? She's. I first saw her in Zombieland,
Okay.
the second one, Double Tap. She played one of the women that was attracted to Columbus, Jesse
Mm-hmm.
Eisenberg's character. But she plays the female lead in this one.
Got you.
And I think it's a funny movie. So
Sounds
I like
interesting.
that one. Yeah, I try to watch that one. That came out like 2022, 2021.
Okay.
Number 3 is Almost Christmas, and this is a
Okay.
story. Danny Glover is the patriarch. He's the dad, and he has like 4 adult children, and his wife has passed. But every year she would make like a great dinner for her kids and for the family to come home. And so this is the first Christmas without his wife, he's still keeping the tradition of like bringing his family home and everything. And his
Mm-hmm.
all his super successful, like they're in law school, or they got a law degree, or they're running for politics, or their youngest is a college football star. So it's like all of them coming together for Christmas, but it has so much drama and it's so much humor. Like Monique is in it. She's one of the aunties. And
Yeah.
she is hilarious. We got JB Smoove, who
Mm-hmm.
he's a comedian. He's more so like he's big in Curb Your Enthusiasm. Like
Uh-huh.
it is a funny movie. So that's my number 3. My number 2 is Home Alone 2. I don't think I need to say much more about that.
Yeah.
Like that is
Classic.
a classic. It is so good. It is so funny. It does crack up every time when they're at the airport and like the mom is like they hand off the bag to each other. Give us Kevin. Give us Kevin. Give us Kevin. And
And
then
Kevin's not here.
Kevin's not here. Kevin's not here. Kevin's not here. Just looks at the camera. It's just
Yeah. Yeah.
so that's my favorite. That always gets me.
Yes.
um and then my number 1 is one that doesn't really get talked about a lot, but it's Four Christmases with Vince Vaughn
Okay.
and Reese Witherspoon.
Mm-hmm.
Um and they have to go do Four Christmases. They were planning to spend Christmas by themselves in Fiji,
Mm-hmm.
but their parents, all of their parents saw them like on the news when they were at the airport, because the flights were getting delayed because of weather. So
Mm.
the news was there, and they interviewed them, and so they got caught on TV trying to go to Fiji.
Yeah.
They have to go to each of their parents' homes, and all
Yikes.
parents are their parents are divorced, so they have to go to 4 different homes for
Yikes.
Christmas. And
That's crazy.
it is it's a good fun story. It's funny, it's goofy. Vince Vaughn, it came out like 2008, but Vince Vaughn is peak.
Yeah.
Like he made Dodgeball and Wedding Crashers not too long before that. So like
Mm-hmm.
he's like still in that with that humor and those. So yeah, I love Four Christmases. That's like at one point my favorite part is they're dating, and they don't know if they want kids. They don't know how serious they should get and stuff. And so they go visit her mom's house, and her sister is there, and her sister has like a newborn. So like her sister gives the newborn to Vince Vaughn. Oh no, to Reese Witherspoon, and Vince Vaughn sitting right next to him. And the baby just projectile vomits on Reese Witherspoon. And Vince Vaughn, Vince looks like it's just like, oh my gosh, I can't be with you. I love you. Get away from me. Like just like he's like gagging and everything. I'm like, oh, this is funny. He's not ready for kids, man. That stuff will happen to you.
That's so funny. It's funny because when you first said Vince Vaughn, in my mind, I was thinking Vin Diesel. And so
That
I
would
was
be
like,
funny. Can you
what a
imagine?
weird
Like,
role. Like for Vin Diesel, and you said Reese Witherspoon, right?
yeah.
I was like, what a weird like duo. And then the second time you said Vince Vaughn, I was like, Vince Vaughn. Vince Vaughn. That makes way, way, way more sense. So I was like, that's such a
But
odd
can you
role.
imagine Vin Diesel in a Christmas movie?
No,
Like,
I can't. Or like a
it's about
romantic
family.
movie.
It's
Yeah,
about family. You
it's
know what I'm
about
saying? Like,
family.
like that'd be great. It would be
Oh
very on the
gosh.
nose for him.
He's like, wait, I thought this was another Fast and Furious movie.
Fast and Furious. Ho ho ho.
Man, that's funny. That was a fun top five because I did a top five, but I threw it together because I kind of was like, I was doing working on the other stuff, and I was like, oh yeah, we might do a top five. So mine's kind of more boring, and I feel like if I sat down and thought about it, I might come up with a different top five. Although I will say I don't really watch. I should do it this year. Like I should put some of those on my list because I usually don't watch like newer Christmas movies. I just kind of
Mm,
stick with the classics, and you don't really watch Christmas movies other time of the year, really. So it's like if you don't watch it at Christmas, you're just not gonna watch it. Okay,
that's right.
so my top five, I'll run through them pretty quick. So at five, I had Elf.
Mm.
And honestly, I wasn't anticipating putting Elf in my top five, but I had watched it again and I was like, you know what? This movie's actually funnier than I remember it being. It's actually really good. I like enjoyed it a lot more this last time that I watched it than I think I ever have before. So Elf number five. So number four, I put It's a Wonderful Life.
No,
Yeah,
I've
so
never seen it. I'm really about it. Yeah, I
bro,
never
you
saw it
gotta
though.
watch it. You should watch it because so I hadn't seen it either, like until I was an adult. And so when I had moved back to Broward, hold on one second. Sorry, I've been sick, so I've been having to like clear my throat.
Oh yeah.
So when I moved back to Broward, an elder couple there, well, they moved now, but John and Pat Brush, it's like one of their traditions to watch it like every year. And so lots of times they would invite over like a group from staff, and so sometimes they would just have like the singles from the staff like come over, or whatever. So during the Christmas season, anyone on staff, I guess that has never seen it, like Pat Brush is like, you're gonna come over, we're gonna feed you, we're gonna have dinner, and then we're gonna watch A Wonderful Life because you have to see it, kind of thing. Because it's like her favorite. Well, I think one of her favorite movies, period. Let alone Christmas
Mm.
movies. And so that's when I first saw it. I was at the Brushes home and had dinner over there, and then we watched it, and I was like, yo, this movie is good. Like it's like legitimately good. And I was like just so
Mm.
surprised. I was just like, man, this movie is like it's very, very touching, man. Like but it's just good. So you should watch it for sure. I think you would enjoy it. Like I specifically
Okay.
think you would enjoy it. But yeah, it's so much better than I anticipated it being. So I threw it in there just because I was just like, man, I actually want to watch it again because I think I've only watched it one time since then, and I think that was 20. It was either 2018 or 2019 that I watched it. So that's at my number four. My number three, I put uh Home Alone 1 at number
Mm.
three, which again, not much explanation needed. Just kind of a classic. Super, super good.
Yeah.
It's funny because when you had said, I think you said Home Alone 2, is that so many of the funny scenes is screaming, like someone screaming, you know? Like there's just so many funny scenes where they scream. Like I think the two funniest to me are like Kevin when the van gets like real close to him, like it's about to hit him, and he's like,
That's
like all,
his face drop. Yeah.
yeah. So I learned recently that they actually filmed that backwards because it was like too dangerous to get that close to him, you know? So they actually started
Mm.
with it real close to him and then showed it in reverse or whatever. So they actually
Oh, that
backed
makes
away
sense. Yeah.
and then showed it in reverse so they could get it to where it looked like it pulled up real close to him, which I thought was kind of cool. So that one,
Yeah.
and then when Marv the taller one,
Yeah.
Daniel
Yeah. Yeah.
Stern, when he's getting like electrocuted, like so many of the screaming, and then obviously when the mom screams and stuff too, so good. But I love those movies. I haven't watched them yet, so I have to watch them. So Home Alone 1 is my number three. My number two is the Santa Claus one.
Oh, Tim Allen. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So, and that one sometimes I feel like could bump to number one. Like that movie is just really, really funny. I think that movie's hilarious. And bro, this probably won't be as funny to people listening, but I laughed way too hard at this. So I was just, to be honest, I was kind of doom scrolling when I was going to sleep the other day. and so many chiropractic videos like pop up on my TikTok. Like I just love watching chiropractor videos. And there was the client had this like white beard, and so they were like joking around about like being Santa Claus or whatever. And then the chiropractor like looked at the camera and he was like, he show like what they say, how he says it. Like we remember when he's saying Santa Claus in all the different languages, and it was like Japan or something. I can't even remember how it's pronounced, but he said it just like how
I
Tim
can't,
Allen,
but yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah, how Tim Allen says it in the movie. I just died laughing. I was like, oh my gosh. I was like, what a pull. But yeah, so the Santa Claus is my number two. And then my number one is Home Alone 2, for sure.
Mm,
Yeah,
yeah.
Home Alone 2 I think is so good. I just think like with the filming in New York, like I think cuz I've always wanted to do Christmas in New York City like at some point in my life. And sorry, my brain went somewhere else when I said that. So I think like seeing it in Home Alone 2, I was just like, "Oh man, like it would be so cool to go like with the big Christmas tree there in I can't remember where that area is called, but with the
Oh
ice
yeah,
skating and
Rockefeller
the
Center.
yes,
Yeah,
Rockefeller Center.
yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah, so
So it's dope, man. Like I've never been there around like I've been there in December when they're setting that stuff up and they're just
yeah,
starting it. I've never been there like actually during Christmas time, like but the tree is lit, like it's big, it's tall, and there's a lot of people taking pictures there. There's an ice rink
yeah,
below, like people ice skating there. Yeah, it's cool. Like it's a really cool scene. I definitely want to go check it out. Emily just
yeah,
walked by. She's like, I want to. I'm like, yeah, we'll figure that out.
yeah.
We'll make that work one day.
Yeah, I would love to go one day. One of my good friends moved to New York within the last year, um, or 6 months, 8 months maybe, and she had posted a Instagram story like in New York City, and I had messaged her. I was like, man, that's like on my bucket list. I want to go during Christmas time. So I'm hoping one of these days I'll get there. But yeah, so that's my top five for sure. So it's kind of a more boring, like classic traditional. But yeah, bro, you should definitely check out It's a Wonderful Life. It is like
Okay.
really good. I think
I
you'll
might
like
I
it.
might watch it. We heading down to Florida next week. I might catch it
Yeah.
while I'm down there,
Yeah.
just
Yeah,
because
it's good.
we'll be on break.
Yeah. And it's fairly long too if I remember correctly, but it's worth the watch. It's really good.
Mm.
Okay, well, do you want to do the Christmas trivia or should we just hold on to it?
I think we got to hold on to it for today.
Yeah. I think so too. Cuz we're over an hour. All right. Well, we hope you guys had fun with us, and we really do hope that you all have a Merry, Merry Christmas. I've been saying this a lot in different avenues, different spaces, but I also know that Christmas time is not always the easiest time for some people. It's, if you have a rough family dynamics or have lost a loved one, lots of times it's the time of year where you think about those things, and it can be, for some people it's the happiest and most joyful time of the year, and for others it can be very lonely and filled with sadness. So if that is you, if you're feeling that way, we just want to try to give you some cheer and some joy with this episode. But also if you need prayers or need someone to talk to, please reach out to us in the comments and DMs, however you feel comfortable, whatever avenue you feel comfortable. I just wanted to throw that out there just because I know lots of times we can talk about all these happy things and people are going through some serious things. And I hope that everyone has an avenue to talk to someone or have support. And so I just wanted to make sure I said that before we close out the episode. But we really do love you guys and we hope that you do have a great Christmas. So I hope you enjoyed this time. And we will see you next week. We are signing off.
We out. Happy holidays.
Merry Christmas.